Pourquoi tu es si indifférent? Mais c'est
Искали рестораны, а нашли
et moi,
новые
je
ощущения.
pense à toi. Je besoin de mon ami.
Google. Знаешь, где найти больше.
Pourquoi tu es si indifférent? Mais c'est
Искали рестораны, а нашли
et moi,
новые
je
ощущения.
pense à toi. Je besoin de mon ami.
Google. Знаешь, где найти больше.
Pourquoi tu es si indifférent? Mais c'est
Искали рестораны, а нашли
et moi,
новые
je
ощущения.
pense à toi. Je besoin de mon
you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just up?
bunch of venom.
Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? So I better hold on. Sometimes I give myself the sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Like the sun.
Ваша очередь запрещать героя. Осталось 5 секунд. Ваша очередь выбирать героя. Ваша очередь выбирать героя. Ваша очередь выбирать героя. Ваша очередь выбирать героя. Ваша очередь выбирать героя.
Чё там, трипла или чё? По лайну.
О, блядь, там тинкер, блядь, дизятор.
Он, наверное, подряд играет, да?
Пусть он мне похуй, я его выебу.
A touch of venom. Agitation.
Тридцать секунд до начала сражения.
My venom flows.
Битва начинается.
Go for me.
Да ну нам 4 руны. 4.
Quick as venom. Going. My loyal wolf. Attack! No, you don't. Impaled.
Это не твое.
A touch of venom. Go for me. Agitation.
На втором Леона заберем.
Yes. Going. A plague on our foes. Impaled. Violent. Yes. Payment due. With Vim and Venom.
Касайся. А, ладно.
Сейчас заберем Тинкера на.
As you say.
Что ж, ты можешь? Да, гелер.
Давай, давай.
Андрей.
My venom flows. Violent.
О, урон дипал.
as venom. Taste my venom. Where are you going? Toxic attack. Well wanted. My venom flows. Agitation. With vim and venom. Yes. Plague our enemies. A touch of venom. Yes. As you say.
Jeszcze te mando.
Thanks are in order. Vile advance. Ruination. Ooh, my thanks. Agitation. Watch this spot. With vim and venom. Quick as venom. Keep it edge up. Never die. No matter. My venom sacks from
Вашу верхнюю башню атакуют.
Сука, ну пиздец.
Вашу верхнюю башню атакуют.
Plague our enemies. Sweet toxin. Watch this spot. Ah, sweet toxicity. Venom pays. My venom flows. A touch of venom. Impale.
Teammate.
As you say.
Murzalı.
Yes.
Çok garip.
Agitation.
Get Tinker.
Köt.
Vile
Ağırım tam.
Biliyorum.
Sen tuttursan beni sağa geçecek. Tırı tam aldı. Вышел?
Да. Шайн будешь?
Nereye?
Пойдем.
Ай, не буду.
Вашу верхнюю башню атакуют.
Я иду сейчас ману дам. Иди сюда. Вот сюда иди. Бля, ты пиздец меня закрыл с этим хуйней, блядь.
Вашу верхнюю башню атакуют.
With vim and venom.
What have we here?
Not yet. My loyal wolf. Yeah, a plague on our foes.
Вашу центральную башню атакуют.
Тапа, тапа.
Yes.
Пиздец, бля, как ты жүрөсүң долбоёб на.
With vim and venom.
Го ко мне, бля. Тебе танго?
Кидай меня,
Ладно.
кидай. Кидай, говорю.
Quick as venom. Violent. Venom's vengeance. Ordered. As you say. A touch of venom. Impaired.
Силы света укрепили свои сооружения.
Going. My loyal wolf.
Центральная башня противника разрушена.
Yes.
Пиздец, сука, ебаный.
Agitation. Venom pains. Watch this spot.
Ебать! Мол, физы, блядь, найс, нахуй.
My venom flows.
Это он так нафармил на хардлайне, блядь, заебись, нахуй.
Agitation. Yes. With vim and venom. It's in my nature.
Пиздец.
Violent.
Иди сюда, кино. Поближе ко мне. Не.
Kaçacağız ölürsün.
Силы света укрепили свои сооружения. Вашу верхнюю башню атакуют.
Görmeyin.
Ваша верхняя
Не показывайся.
башня разрушена. Нижняя башня противника разрушена.
Там, бля, наверху пиздец. Блядь, ну вы пиздец кончено, отвечаю, блядь, Хули трогаете куры, блядь, нахуй, он же давно занят, нахуй. Раз взяли, два взяли, чё, хватит, блядь.
Вашу центральную башню атакуют.
Бегу, брат.
Блять, и чё, Тини, блядь, с руки не может бить, что ли? Я ебу вообще, блядь. Я понимаю, проказ дал, нахуй уходить-то вообще. Ой, блядь.
Вашу нижнюю башню атакуют.
Здесь меня продали просто так, блядь.
Чинчоба, чинчоба.
Regurgitated into the world. My venom flows.
Сейчас вытяну на.
Vile advance. I'm not ready.
Вашу верхнюю башню атакуют.
A plague on our foes.
Вашу верхнюю башню атакуют.
With vim and venom.
Вашу верхнюю башню атакуют.
Turn. As you say. Plague our enemies. Fortuna As you say, watch this spot. Agitation.
Рошан убит силами света.
It's not time yet. Go in. With Vim and Venom.
Силы тьмы укрепили свои сооружения. Вашу центральную башню атакуют.
Yes. My venom flows again. My venom flows. Quick as venom. In my loyal war. I'm not ready. Caustic blow. A touch of venom. Attack!
Ваша центральная башня разрушена.
I'm not ready. As you say. Well rewarded. Impaled. Yes. Plague our enemies. Payment due.
Вашу нижнюю башню атакуют.
The plague knows. Yes, watch this spot. Quick as venom. Not yet. Agitation.
Wicked still kill.
With Vim and Venom. In Venom.
Бля, я как увидел, сразу кинул.
A touch of venom.
Надо было его как-то убивать, а то он, блин, потом нас всех убьет. А насчет антимага я хуй знаю, что делать. Спектра, фарми, пожалуйста, фарми. Давайте нашу лицо это борды поставить, раш. Нашу лицо чтобы.
Да, я его хотел хавать. Кстати.
They seem this to be one.
My loyal yes, the plague on our foes. A touch of venom, well wanted.
Вашу верхнюю башню атакуют. Силы тьмы укрепили свои сооружения. Вашу верхнюю башню атакуют.
Блять.
Силы света укрепили свои сооружения. Нижняя башня противника разрушена.
Monster kill.
Пасти. Типа манты собери, и все нормально будет.
Agitation. With vim and venom. I'm not ready. Watch this spot. Yes.
Не надо пиздеть, по телефону надо разговаривать.
Ruination. Not yet. I've been on flows. Agitation. Yes.
Мейт на демпе, парни.
Верхняя башня противника разрушена. Вашу центральную башню атакуют. Ваша центральная башня разрушена. Силы света укрепили свои сооружения.
With vim and venom.
Вашу нижнюю башню атакуют. Верхняя башня противника разрушена.
Бля, пиздец, ты тормоз долбоеб.
Выжил зато нахуй, чё, бля?
Да давно Леона сняли бы и домой шли бы. Б.
Вашу нижнюю башню атакуют.
A touch of venom.
Вашу верхнюю башню атакуют.
Спектра, вообще не отвлекайся, в армии как бешеный. Ибо...
Agitation.
Красавчик Спектра.
A touch of venom. Agitation. It's not time yet. Watch this spot. Yes. It's not time yet.
What have we here?
With Vim and Venom. My Venom lives. Not yet. It's a Venomancer enhancer. Quick as Venom. Plague our enemies, as you say. Yes. Attack. Yes. I am in Venom. Impaled. Going. Well wanted. Violent death, a plague on our foes. With Vim and Venom.
Центральная башня противника разрушена. Силы света укрепили свои сооружения.
Like a blight, I return.
Ада, братки, сдохнул был.
Yeah, my caustic blow. Come sit, watch this spot.
Не выкупайся, слышь.
Shrine has fallen.
Дота непредсказуемая вещь. Нахуй рисковать.
Go for me. A touch of venom. My venom flows.
Да не, они не спушат.
Agitation. My loyal wolf. It's in my nature a plague on our foes.
Ты два похода отдадим.
Plague our enemies.
Вашу верхнюю башню
А, отдайте Т2, бля. Все Т2 отдайте, нахуй.
Все, ебем этих сейчас.
A touch of venom. Quick as venom.
Сейчас, не пугай его.
Вашу нижнюю башню атакуют. Вашу нижнюю башню атакуют. Вашу нижнюю башню атакуют.
Agitation.
Мне нужны внутренности, чтобы прочитать по ним будущее.
With vim and venom. I'm not ready.
The enemy's bottom shrine has fallen.
Осторожно!
As you say. Watch this spot. Violent dance. Plague our enemies. Yes. Quick as venom. Agitation.
Вашу центральную башню атакуют.
Back from the brink.
Силы тьмы укрепили свои сооружения.
Yes. That was a practice shot. A plague on our foes.
Надо там психанул и выкопался, блин. Тинкер.
Impair. Warp them off. It's not time yet. A touch of venom. Quick as venom. My venom flows. Welcome to the chain gang. Yes. Going. Agitation.
Привет, я Мерседес, и это мой дебют в эфире. Раз-раз, как слышно, кто бы мог подумать.
With Vim and Venom.
Долбоёб, ебаный клоун.
Not yet.
Пушим, короче, бля. Поехали. Их двое там, всего лишь.
Vile advance. Yes. With Vim and Venom. Watch the spot.
Центральные казармы противника разрушены. Верхние казармы противника разрушены. Центральные казармы противника разрушены.
Quick as venom.
Силы света укрепили свои сооружения.
Sweet toxicity.
Верхние казармы противника.
Not yet. Gold for me. Yes. Vile advance. Agitation. A touch of venom. Yes.
Так, мне ребра собрать, что ли?
My enemy succumbs.
А, сварить мне ребра? Нахуй не надо.
Impaled.
Хорошо, я тогда пайп сделаю. Пайп и лучше вторую Тарасу.
Рошан убит силами света.
With vim and venom. Quick as venom.
Иди его, что ты?
Куды, бля, куды?
A touch of venom.
Под обратка заходим, тени сдохнет. Пиздец шаман.
Нижняя башня противника разрушена. Нижние казармы противника разрушены. Нижние казармы противника разрушены. Теперь у вас есть мега-крипы.
Жирный, блядь, драгончик.
As you say. Agitation. Plague our enemies. Ever more venomous. A touch of venom. Impaled.
Фортуна переменилась.
На ману ничего не собрал, вообще не регенится.
Yes. Yes. With vim and venom. Vile advance. Coin for my efforts. A touch of venom. With vim and venom.
Ваша центральная башня разрушена.
Блядь, правильно мега крипы были. Главное фонтан.
Силы света укрепили свои сооружения.
Plague our enemies.
Центральная башня противника разрушена. Центральная башня противника разрушена.
Watch this spot.
Победили силы тьмы.
Ah, sweet toxicity.
Listen to the Mariachi play at midnight. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? I wanna dance by water beneath the Mexican sky. Drink some margaritas by swinging blue lights. Listen to the mariachi play at midnight. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? I wanna dance by water beneath the Mexican sky. Drink some margaritas by swinging blue lights. Listen to the mariachi play at midnight. Are you with me? Are you with me? I wanna dance by water beneath the Mexican sky. Drink some margaritas by swinging blue lights. Listen to the mariachi play at midnight. Are you with me? Are you with me?
это приключение у тебя.
Здорово, Шенин. Так, во сколько там? В 9 часов по Москве? Через полчасика уже нас будут радовать.
Шайна и Андуин.
Свет дарует мне победу.
Не стоило напрашиваться.
Да.
Интересно. У меня кончается время. Интересно. У меня кончается время.
На восстание надо?
У меня кончается время.
Какой адрес? Ради, сейчас, секунду. Сейчас наберу. Я пиздец пошел с тобой разговаривать, у меня уже третий ход, ебать. Радищева, да? Радищева номер 17, 19. Восстание это вообще центр? А, ну кстати, вот. Ну, такой как бы треугольник, не сказать, что прям крюка пиздец. Нам все равно лучше пока, наверное, ехать на восстание. Будем без разницы. Блять, этот микрорайон южный, блядь. Ну, блядь, да, мне там, короче, док. Хорошо, я тебя в ВК скину. Да я готов хоть в 9 выезжать. Мне просто вот дело то, что во Всеволож надо. Мне там, блядь, нужно было уже 2 месяца назад туда приехать. Я все не приезжаю. Мне там одно. Да нет, забрать одну херню и все. Ага. Окей, хорошо, давай. Так. Тыц. 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 Я надеюсь, ДК там нету. Так. Шечки у нас. Да иди нахуй, блядь. Сука, надо было не кидать. Змеи качнем. У меня там еще 2 хилки, да, по 4.
Меня одолевают мрачные мысли.
Ну шо, блядь? Да правильно.
С Новым годом!
Тени становятся короче.
Зера это хорошо.
Нет! Твоя победа ничего не доказывает!
Так, ну да чекать, а то начнется сейчас. Показывание картишек.
Шайна и Андуин!
Свет дарует мне победу.
Не стоило напрашиваться. Кто-то ранен?
Я мечтаю быть похожей на тебя.
Читаю. О, да. Блин, ну ладно.
Быть похожей на тебя.
Конечно, сыграет монетку дракона, да? Ну, в принципе, что-то поставим. О. Нормально. Вот дракона играем. В смысле?
Назойливые
Лучше бы, конечно, какой-то секрет и лакеем было убить. Ну, ладно.
Выхожу на задание.
Невероятная находка!
Блять. Начинается.
Прошу прощения, но вы горите.
Эй, я первая нашла!
Выхожу на задание.
Надо было руну повесить, что ли.
У нас много секретов.
Есть.
Эй, я первая нашла!
Эй. Форм.
Кто-то ранен?
О, випни.
Кстати, если дракона дойдет, то неприятно, да?
назойливые
Типа можно и не тот бэкнуть урон. Можно, конечно, и тут декнуть.
Я принимаю бронь во имя Ктулху.
Неплохо сыграно.
Жайна и Утер. Я буду сражаться с честью.
Не стоило напрашиваться.
Что, Шайнинг опять откатила?
Меркнет, но мы будем
Свершились с тобой 7 лузов? Или сколько 65-го нужно проиграть?
Я мечтаю быть похожей на тебя.
Справедливость должна быть восстановлена.
Сука. Секрет надеялся найти, повесить секрет и на 4-й ход ее поставить.
прячьтесь по домам.
Невероятная находка!
Типа я сыграю от 4-ки на самом деле, потому что жесть. Потому что 4-ка заректит. Нету глифов, нету ешки. По сути, лучше даже сейчас фаербол отдать. Защитились от 4-ки хотя бы.
Прячьтесь по домам.
Жду приказаний.
Конечно, вопрос интересный, наверное, так. Да, с такой рукой, кроме как в лицо прокидывать, вообще не вижу больше других вариантов. Если он лицом ударится и троечкой, вообще будет замечательно. Не ударяется, да? Блин, это, кстати, как вариант. Вариант, но лунат пока не будем делать.
Свет защищает меня.
Жду приказаний.
Слава Синдарай!
Бля. Типа какие варианты?
Идем, дитя. Обрушим хаос на врагов.
Ой, блок, это просто замечательно. 10, 15.
Жду приказаний.
Блять, плюс 4 к атаке убивает нахуй. Я нормально. Так. Даже не пинг на самом деле, а отсюда будем искать второй пиробласт на всякий пожарный. Это даже не пиробласт. Радийский выстрел на случай, если он сейчас походит Мурлока, возьмет секрет. Да.
Сила течет сквозь меня.
Нету Мурлока. Мурлока нету, это отлично.
Жайна! И Жайна!
Не стоило напрашиваться. Это мы еще увидим.
Просто оставлю в темпе его поставить. Ой, вообще идеально. Типа как идеально, этот секрет скорее всего сработает сразу. Можно было бы секрет играть на следующем ходу за 0?
Невероятная находка! С Новым годом! С Новым годом!
С новым.
Прошу прощения, новый горит.
Так, ну у него монетки нет, да, теперь? Не пинговать надо. Футбол ставить.
У нас много секретов.
Блять, лакей, да? Нет. Не лакей.
Мечтаю быть похожей на тебя. Я мечтаю быть похожей на тебя.
Интересно.
Есть.
За Долоран.
Свой секрет, да?
Я опаздываю. У нас много секретов. За Долоран.
Сильнее ход, чем фаербол отдать сюда. Так, отраженка, да, была одна, то есть еще много секретов.
Я опаздываю.
Но секрета нет, это хорошо.
Не дуть на мою свечу!
горите.
Жайна! И Жайна!
Не стоило напрашиваться. Это мы еще увидим.
Так. Блин, ну это типа второй, третий ход, я не знаю, как бы я ставлю, потому что...
С Новым годом! С Новым годом!
Потому что лучше могут не прийти картишки.
Прошу прощения, но вы горите.
Блять, тут дать не секрет. Нет. Кстати, то, что он существа не поставит, это замечательно. Это локейпинг.
Прошу прощения, но вы горите.
Типа более-менее мы перевернули. Сейчас руны, потом еще раз руны.
Невероятная находка!
У нас много секретов.
Ничего еще не будет. Так, на пятый ход. Ну, все равно, наверное, руны. Антимагия. Так. Блин, ой, блядь. Как же повезло.
Я опаздываю. За Долоран.
Есть.
Эй, я первая нашла!
Понял. Типа его тяжело выиграть уже. С 2 дня не перла, а на третий день просто изи катки. Блять, ох уж этот Хардстоун, блять.
Жайна! И Утер!
Я буду сражаться с честью.
Не стоило напрашиваться.
Магия нужна, нужна отраженка. Взрывающийся руны. Тренинг сегодня же должно быть это шоу, да? Картишками новыми.
У нас много секретов.
Уже 21:00 и чё? Где? Да вообще ничего не боятся. Ладно, собственно, и поплатился. Да, наверное, буду играть руна.
Положи это яблоко себе на голову.
Эй, я первая нашла! Невероятная находка!
Хочешь сыграть? Как мило с твоей стороны.
Сила грибов! Я тоже из кабала. Я тебе подуряю.
Свет меркнет, но мы будем биться.
Интересно.
Так, чё я не вижу? Где картишки?
священным огнем.
Не стоило напрашиваться.
Непростой выбор.
Так, что за нах? Где транслейшн? Что нам Батлнет говорит по этому поводу?
Easily utilized.
Надо отсюда уешку прямо сейчас. Ну или нет. В любом случае надо уешку искать.
Твоя магия тебя не спасет.
What?
Hyped about it, but for any of you who don't know about it, I'd say there's like 3 or 4 core mechanics that I see. There's the even odd theme and deck construction.
Yes,
there's
yeah.
Echo
there's
and
two
there's
major,
Rush.
Yes, exactly. There's two major even odd legendaries. Gen Greymane says, "Can you build a deck with only even cost cards?" And if you can, he's going to jump out of the deck at the beginning of the game and make your hero power cost 1 the whole game.
It's sort of reminiscent of like Reno Jackson, where I mean, like, talk to me about the sort of inspiration for going in the even odd direction.
Yeah, because like Hearthstone's a digital game, so we can check your deck and verify. Yeah, you succeeded at the deck building constraint here. You did it, and we can give you a bonus.
If you've ever played a card game with someone in real life, you never want to be like, "No, trust me, I satisfied that condition."
Right, exactly.
Trust me.
And we actually really liked the Reno thing. We did it again with the Blood Princes in Knights of the Frozen Throne. And this one is kind of the coolest, I think, version of that because, you know, sometimes you go through all the work to build this crazy deck with these restrictions and you don't draw the card. And this time, no matter what, you always get the benefit because at the start of the game, these guys pop out and give you an upgrade. I didn't mention Baku the Moon Eater. That's the other half of this puzzle.
Yeah.
If you build your deck with all odd cost cards, we upgrade your hero power. It gets like double the effect. It's super insane.
And I mean, I want to stress this because if any of you have ever made a Reno Jackson deck where all you need to do is just draw Reno Jackson and you live and then you don't, you curse the gods. But in this circumstance, you just build an even-only deck or an odd-only deck, and the trigger for the legendary happens at the beginning of the game.
So you always get the benefit, whether you draw that card or not.
Right.
Yeah. Echo is, if you have the mana, you can play this card as many times as you want in a single turn. So we showed previously Phantom Militia, and it's a 3-cost, 2/4 taunt minion. You can play that on turn 3, or 2 copies on turn 6, or 3 copies on turn 9. You can just keep jamming out there as long as you have the mana.
And this is kind of the mechanic of Unstable Evolution.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
I mean,
we kind of snuck an Echo.
Yeah, I like you tapped me like, oh, that's the good job. That was very perceptive of you, Dana.
You remember the card? Yeah.
I know. I did my research for today's show, and I'm curious. Is this did it come from Unstable Evolution? Like, was Unstable Evolution a test, or was this already in the works?
No, it was almost like parallel design, actually, because we started doing that thing, and it came from this other, and it's you could kind of hear about the backstory.
It was like a Newton-Leibniz thing, right?
Who's Newton-Leibniz?
Isaac Newton and Leibniz discovered
okay.
calculus at different points.
Newton.
This is for the, like, 7 mathematicians watching who are like, oh, that reference was killer! Oh!
Thank you for bringing me up to speed on calculus.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Ghostly video we launched a couple weeks back had all the details about how that was developed, but it's kind of a different path. And then Rush, is just bad charge.
Okay. I didn't say it.
No, actually,
he said it.
It's way more interesting. It turns out like charge. Usually you play your minions and you're just beating your opponent and you play charge minion and go face and it just snowballs the offensive line or whatever.
I mean, it seems like charge has been just a difficult mechanic to make consistently feel fair and reasonable.
Yes,
I think that
most of the cards we've nerfed, or some huge percentage, have charge. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Warsong Commander.
She got nerfed multiple times.
I know. Now she's like, give +1 attack to all left-handed minions, and I'm like, wow, God, they really didn't want this card.
I still feel bad about it.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
And so does the community.
This is the chance at redemption.
Yeah. But okay, so actually, Rush, really interesting because if you're on the back foot and your opponent's got a board full of minions, Rush means you get to decide the tempo. You get to choose the trades that are beneficial for
as
you.
the losing player.
Right. Yeah, usually you play your minion and they get to make all the decisions, and you're just trying to stabilize. But Rush helps you stabilize. It helps you make the right trades. So I think it's significantly better for Hearthstone than charge. I think we're able to make a lot more minions with Rush because it's just a safer mechanic and a lot of fun. We're gonna play some Rush cards today. Should we get into the games, Sean? Start revealing some
we
cards.
should. Yeah, oh, we want to hear about where the cards came from? No. Let's get into this game. What's the very first deck that we're going to be doing? It sounds like I'm going to get to be a paladin.
Yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about your
all right.
Your decks here.
It says Prince Liam.
Prince Liam. He's Gen Graymane's son who passed away and came back as a ghost.
All right, so
let me.
Do I?
Yep. Choose your deck. Yep.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. Cancel. Oh no, that's the wrong deck.
That's the wrong deck. It's the wrong deck.
Bail out!
Stop watching the stream. Stop watching the stream. Turn it off. Count to 100 and come back.
This is like the one thing we have to. They highlighted the deck that we were supposed to play.
Oh my God! It's filling the loading bar.
And Christina's sitting right
Oh
here.
my God!
She's like doing this. She's like, no.
She's not. All right. Hold on. And then. Don't look at the screen. Don't look at the screen. You know. I just want to say is that I have been doing live shows for like 10 years now, and consistently the best parts ever are when things go completely wrong.
Yeah, right.
That is great.
Yeah, no,
oh my gosh.
Let's start the stream late and use the wrong deck, and let's get it all.
We go into Game of StarCraft, and I'm like, talk to me about this game, Ben.
What do you mean 1-0?
Okay. All right, we're down 0-1. I believe a comeback is coming.
Here we go. So we're playing a Shaman deck now. This
all right,
is
cool.
The deck is called, according to my notes, Shudderwalk the deck. Baleful Banker's a new card here.
Oh, okay. So this is Battlecry. Choose a friendly minion, shuffle a copy of it into your deck. Oh, and it's a 2-mana 2/2. Now, this is interesting because so much of like the difficulty of deck construction is that you only get 2 copies or 1 copy if it's a legendary.
Yep.
And sometimes you just want multiple instances. I know that mages were using duplicates to get lots of sludge belchers in the past, things like this. Is this just more used in control-y decks to get extra high-cost power minions?
Yeah, I mean, it just keeps it gives you the tools you need in the specific matchup. But actually, I think this is kind of super interesting in a specific case. Maybe we'll see the card that I think makes that.
What a tease!
You're running out of time, bro.
That's okay. No, this is a consistent theme on any of my streams. This is where I go to get water, use the restroom. People are like, he needs to mulligan, he needs to mulligan, he needs to mulligan. So Witch's Apprentice is, again, interesting card, which is, Battlecry, add a random shaman spell to your hand.
Yeah, it's the Hex Frog.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Greetings. Oh, squel. No, we're not. Yeah, no, it's. Now, when you have the voice actor in the studio, you're just like, no, that you weren't expressing gratitude enough with those noises.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, so we've seen that card before.
Yeah,
but,
the Bog Shaper.
It's interesting to get some spells here from the Witch's Apprentice and then start.
Interesting. All right, so I'm just going to play the Witch's
Why not?
Apprentice.
Why not?
I don't know what his deck is. I know that it has Prince Liam in it, but I don't even know what that card is. I merely know that it's real.
Briefly showed it for a second there at the beginning.
Well, I've drawn a win condition.
Good.
Very well.
Good. Well done.
All right, so, I mean, at this point in time, I'm going to want to save this right now. I feel like I'm just going to be banging out the Stormforge decks.
I mean, why not? I mean, it depends on what he plays, I think. We should respond to his play.
Yeah, now you see, like, that's truly the phrase of a player who's playing the game properly. It's like, well, we'll see what he does.
You might actually get away with coining out Manatide on this turn.
Yeah, I actually, see, I developed a plan in advance. See, this just doesn't seem that useful.
No.
Okay, that no is a little too emphatic. I agree. Let's play the Manatide Totem. I'm sorry I considered anything else. That was my bad. That's on me. Oh my God. How long does this go on?
We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I always ask the best questions. That's why I'm the co-host. All right. Oh yeah, Pumpkin Peasant. Okay.
Yeah. So these are the Worgen cards. They swap in hand here. Each turn you hold them, they swap. Actually, it's funny because that would have been. I mean, he's got enough damage to kill the Manatide, but
yeah,
he could have done it.
I feel like we just play the Stormforged Axe to bop the 1/1 to try to help guarantee our Manatide lives another turn.
Right. Yeah, I believe that's the right play.
I mean, there's a non-0% chance that it's the right play. We don't get to play our Serenite Chain Gang, which I actually don't know if I want to do or not, because we have like the Volcano here, which can clear the entire board. So,
yeah, there's the Vicious Scalehide.
Whoa, this is an interesting card, because like this is like a 1/3 stat line feels really good against aggressive decks.
And Lifesteal's really good against aggressive decks. Also.
Yeah, but it's often very hard to
also
set
Beast.
up trades. Ah, okay. Zola the Gorgon. Okay, so I'm sort of getting a clone-y theme here. I gotta be honest with you, Ben. I just want to Hero Power Pass.
Interesting.
I'm feeling like I want to Hero Power Pass.
How
because,
bad?
Yeah,
Interesting.
No, oh gosh, I mean that makes me so self-conscious,
No,
Ben.
I
Okay,
dig it. You
All right,
man. You could have just played a 2/2 for I don't know how much you need that value. There.
Yeah, I mean this is. I mean,
You're
reals.
not gonna kill the 1/1. Wow.
No, I mean, like, I want to be a little bit transparent, right? I'm a big believer in transparency.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
I just killed a 1/1, and I'm not going to kill them anymore on turn 4. Okay, so we're getting bopped. He's getting healed up. So it's unclear to me whether or not this is a deck. I mean, he seems to be a little more control-y. He's hero powering a lot. He has a lot of these seemingly defensively structured cards.
Yep.
I don't think we necessarily need to run down the Volcano. I mean...
Well, what's your other play here? Sarna Chain Gang?
I mean, I guess I'm not over the moon about it.
I mean, he can't clear both.
He can't.
And then you can Zola or something.
Yeah. You know, why not? Why not?
Why not?
Why not? You know what?
And you can actually. I mean, do you want to clear 1/1 now?
Yeah, I do. And this is where I think we're going to get an emote from Reels.
You probably actually you could have attacked into the 2/4 or the 1/3 to guarantee that the Sarnite Chain Gang takes it out on the flip. But
Okay.
But that's pretty bad.
Now this card I think is super interesting.
I like that the bells sound each time that he plays.
Yeah, no, I get that the bells are sounding.
It's
right?
3 o'clock.
Yeah. All right, so
That's I feel like maybe Volcano.
I feel like I have a Volcano for this man. We haven't been super efficient with our mana, but that's okay because I understand that the longer the game goes on, the higher probability we have of seeing more new cards.
Hold on. So you could reasonably. I don't know if you have anything else you want to do. You could Lightning Storm and attack. And can't hex. I mean, Volcano seems good.
Yeah, I mean, I think Volcano makes sense because if I Lightning Storm, I'm just going to hero power anyways.
Yeah.
And we're going to be overloaded too, no matter what.
Boop.
So, I think he's going to emote in 5. Oh yeah, there it is. My God, I'm past redemption. I play this game to have fun, and now I'm past redemption.
I'm surprised this time you didn't just immediately squelch reels. That's,
yeah. That's enough, Prince Liam. Oh, okay. So this card's really interesting to me. It gains lifesteal and taunt.
Yeah.
If it has more than 3 attacks.
Yeah. So if you sound the bells even once. Secrets.
Oh my God. I'm just having the mysterious challenger flashbacks. I'm like, no, he's making a tree.
Какая-то ж легендарка, по-моему,
I know. I have a lot of trauma from this. So at this point, I mean, I can.
Yeah,
I feel like
you really need that 7 mana to get things cracking.
Yeah, I think I just again bop this.
Okay.
See what's gonna happen. Let's see if any of these secrets prop.
Secret. Wow, that was good. That was a good.
Thank you. Just
that was a good.
Feeling good. Feeling good. And I think just like hero power, play out the Stormforged Axe again. Will be overloaded 1, which
means
then you
can drop into.
Yeah.
I like it.
This is the play. This is the one right here.
Got him.
You know, we should message him back and be like 1 and 1. That'll teach him. All right. No, so he's already used Echo the Bell. So, Silver Sword. After hero attacks, give your minions plus. It's a 3/4.
Yeah, he's gonna get a lot of attacks there. He's gonna get a lot of +1/+1. And of course, that gives his minion the buffs there. The 3/6.
Oh my! This should be called the Silverhand Recruit Sword because like is Stand Against Darkness being rotated out?
I believe it is. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's okay. You can still do it in Wild.
Okay.
Is this? Do you still want to go Box Shaper? I think you still can.
If I play it, he has enough mana to take it out. I mean, I don't exactly have a 1-mana spell.
You're on the back foot now, man.
Yeah, I'll need some of those.
You got Hex.
Rush cards.
I mean, I think you.
I mean, we could technically Hex Lightning Storm, but I think like just Hex Hero Power Pass.
I mean, I still might even just play Box. You got 2 Box Shapers.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't even know what spells are in the deck. So let's just. And I kind of feel uncomfortable popping this guy for 3. I think just Bog Shaper. Just get a little bit of presence down on the board.
Uh-oh.
I can't believe it. Why? That was not the play. Who hard runs a Repentance? Who runs this card?
Welcome to the Witchwood meta.
Yeah, it's just. Now I'd like all of you to take a journey to the past with me, where Benjamin Brode was like, "You might just want to play a Bog Shaper. You already have 2 Bog Shapers in the hand."
Oh no! Oh, hey, there's Ghostly Charger.
Ghostly Charger.
Ooh.
I mean, at this point, Reels is like, I gotta start throwing. There needs to be more Shaman cards presented.
So, guys, that's the Ghostly Shaman's brand new. Divine Shield and Rush kind of make for an interesting combination of. I can't imagine a world in which you win this game. Oh, hey. Does that help at all?
Well, I think that what we do is we're going to do some combination of Lightning Storm and Healing Rain. Maybe just double Healing Rain.
Oh, yeah. You do. I mean, Haggatha's like a, it clears some of these minions out of the way.
Yeah.
It doesn't save you, though. It gives some armor, though. There's some armor on Haggatha.
Yeah.
How much armor is on Haggatha?
Haggatha's, I think it's just 5,
yeah.
So we'd go to 13, which is vastly too little. So at the very least, we're going to need a Lightning Storm and Healing Rain.
Yep.
But do we double Healing Rain here?
Maybe. What else do you do?
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is 8, so that's 13 plus 3 is 16.
Let's get up there.
Plus another 4
Lightning
is
Storm
20.
sets you up for. I mean, he's going to get all of his.
Yeah,
plus
I think I actually have to double Healing Rain here because he has like 20 damage right now. And
Yep. Oh, that's soothing.
You know what? That's nice. I like the little pitter patter of the rain. The rain came in, and then there was a lightning storm. Oh my God! And then just the gentle droplets of rain afterwards.
That's a nice emotional journey going on there with those guys.
So I mean, like,
do you do it? I mean, because I think you do it because it takes it to 2. He attacks. That sets you up for the Haggatha follow up, right?
Yeah, I missed 2 healing though. We could have been at 28.
You did.
But you know what? I feel like that's thematically
You
correct.
mixed 4 healing. Actually, right? Oh no, you're right. 2.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
overdid by 2. No, you're right.
I can't believe I've done this.
Eh.
Okay, so we're going straight Hagatha on this man.
I feel like that's the play. That's fine. That's
Guess
fine.
what?
That's
Hagatha
fine.
doesn't feel very much like a spell this turn. Oh! Oh,
Okay,
and
we
he
got
didn't attack. Oh, Reels, bless you. Dark spirits. Bang, 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 bang.
Boom, boom, cleared.
All right, so now
Cleared,
we get
easy game.
all sorts of juicy spells.
Let's do it.
End the turn.
You have like a whole new set of emotes now too.
Oh, okay, let's go through them one at a time.
The light dims.
All right, nice. That's good. Let's hit him with the well played. Well played.
This is like Grover the hero.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Wow. It takes quite a while to say each word.
He just triple secreted you, bro.
I know. Who am I? No, not again. None of your business. Okay, so I think I think at the very least, I think a bog shaper.
Are you gonna do it again? Are you gonna drop right into repentance with Bog Shaper again?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes. What's with all the questions
I'm
here,
just
huh?
wondering, is that your plan? Is that what you're actually gonna do?
Let me check with myself. Yes. Okay. Here it
Do you wanna-
comes.
hold on. Do you want to like Baleful Banker first to check for repentance?
We'll
You
see
have
if,
two
if
bankers,
I
right?
Bog Shaper and then I Zola and get a copy of the Bog Shaper, I'll have plenty health for next turn when I can Volcano.
Yeah.
And then I'll still have another Bog Shaper, and then we will eventually be able to draw a card with the Bog Shaper.
That is it's very exciting to me, but I feel like maybe just going Baleful Banker into Bog Shaper, he can't kill the Bog Shaper, right? Nice, that's a good draw. Okay, it would have been fine actually. Your play was really good. That play was better. Your play was a lot better than mine.
There was one less repentance in the deck because we'd already blocked one. All right, we're gonna play this, and this is a great draw. The fact that I get healing,
Yeah.
we're getting win conditions by the dozen.
pop
I'm definitely gonna pop this right now, or at the very
Oh,
least run
uh-oh.
into the noble sacrifice, which is fine. I'm just gonna end my turn.
Get down! Uh-oh.
All right.
Oh, he gets to attack. I love it when he gets to attack.
he-
You heard his VO line. We're not gonna hear it from this side of the board, but he's like,
Oh, not the bells.
"I survived." Uh-oh.
All right, it's Frogger time. We're gonna turn him into that lumpy
Uh-oh.
thing. Transfer all 1-cost minions in your deck into legendary minions. Oh my gosh! And he has all sorts of secrets.
Yeah, so it's not just minions; it's one-cost cards. Any one-cost card in his deck is now a legendary minion. So you can kind of build it. You can. Wow, he's a. Is this Volcano? Is this Volcano time?
Let's see. This is 13 and 16. So.
Yeah, you got the weapon. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we
you
can
don't even
even
need the weapon because you can. Yeah. Title search. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We're like Muppets for a moment. There. Yeah. All right, we're gonna hit this guy. Is this?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's good.
That's the most awful I've ever been to a human in Hearthstone. I want you to know.
I don't believe
That is
at all.
that is no. We hit rock bottom today. I am a beacon of positivity and cheer on the.
Oh no! Oh, that's pretty bad. He had no cards in his hand and top decked Azalina's Soul Thief. He's gonna give her Wind Fury. Or he's gonna do that.
What? What?
That's
Okay.
Pretty, that's pretty rude.
Discover a Battlecry minion. Okay. Let's see. We have
That's a new card. Blazing Invocation.
discover a Battlecry minion. Okay.
Have my gratitude.
What a jerk. Wow. Why would he say
a
that to
jerk.
me?
He's such
I've only ever been kind to him. Okay, so I'm going to play the Blazing Invocation because we always, if you're holding a Dragon Game +1 attack and taunt,
It's strong. It's actually pretty meaty in Hunter because you can Emirates that to 22 health, which is pretty rude. Do you want some for your?
I mean,
Cobalt Apprentice?
well, I mean,
I say Cobalt. I say Cobalt Apprentice.
Yeah, I mean, like we just, he's not going to have that many
Because you
threats.
have to follow up with the weapon attack.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do this, and then
Let's Saronite Zola. Get a whole new.
yeah, I mean,
make it go on longer.
how long can the tell? Earth and Might give me +2/+2 if it's an elemental. Add a random elemental to your hand. Wow, sick.
Yo. Let's go. We gotta move. We gotta move.
I'm sorry. I'm reading the cards.
Uh-oh.
Hidden Wisdom. After your opponent plays 3 cards in a turn, draw 2.
Uh-oh. You walked right into that one.
I can't believe I've done this. Okay, Hidden Wisdom. Wow, that's a really cool. That's like. Is this more useful against aggro decks? Well, I mean, even if you're against a control deck, eventually this will.
Yeah.
Pop off.
Well, when I draw 2 cards, I heard that's good. Oh my gosh, that's real bad.
Oof.
That's.
Ow. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Repeat all other battle cries from cards you played this turn.
Game.
Wait.
All the cards you played
sorry,
this game.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm another one of the illiterate Hearthstone players. That's his game.
So this is totally nuts, right? So how many Sarnet Chain Gangs have you played? Because you're going to summon copies of Shutterwalk now instead, because the battle cries are going to happen again on Shutterwalk.
I think that what we're going to do is we run out the Serenite Chain Gang. If we do this is split among the enemies, likely killing this.
Yep.
I think probably hexing.
Oh yeah,
this
hex first.
Because we already know what is in his hand, and it's
you can't play all those cards. But
but I think at the very least we got to play the Serenite Chain Gang because that's
and Banker. I say go Banker because you want to set that battle cry up so it activates on the Shutterwalk. So now you'll get infinite Shutterwalks in your deck because it'll summon a copy. And then the Banker will trigger on the copy, and now you'll get infinity Shutterwalks.
Wait, but I have to get lucky, right?
No, because it's gonna activate the Saronite Chain Gang battle cry.
Yeah.
And then it'll activate the Banker battle cry, targeting the Saronite Chain Gang, even if you have no other minions in play.
Oh! But you said infinite Shutterwalks.
Yeah. So the Shutterwalk will get shuffled into your deck, which then you could draw and play again, and then play it again, and then it shuffles one into your deck.
I don't think I follow this at all. I think that what you've done is you've explained something very clearly to me, and like the words are going in, but like.
All right, let's write it down. Saronite Chain Gang has a battle cry that says summon the copy of this minion.
Right.
So it's going to trigger when you play Shutterwalk. It's going to summon a copy of Shutterwalk.
Right.
So you're going to have 2 Shutterwalks at least because you played multiple of these. You have several Shutterwalks. And then this is going to trigger. It's going to say choose a friendly minion, shove a copy to your deck, and that's going to be Shutterwalk.
My God! See,
so shuffle Shutterwalk back into your deck.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Okay. Okay. I've run through the okay, but we now need to clear the board.
Yeah.
We can certainly.
And you also want to play all your battle cry minions because you really want to get this Shutterwalk maximally. Yeah, play that, and then let's get Primal Totems going.
We can do this. We can also hex this.
Oh yeah, hexing seems good.
Yeah, hexing. I should have played the hex first.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
getting so many spells. Yeah, no,
the Hag of the Zero Power just keeps filling your hand with stuff.
In my head, I was just imagining that this would just summon additional Serenite Chain Gangs, but it's summon a copy of this minion.
Exactly.
Okay, sorry, Real. Sorry for the delay.
Wait.
Sorry. No, I just clicked the wrong thing. Yeah. All right.
Go.
I think I just bonk right into each of them.
Run them all in.
Yep.
Run them all in.
Bonk, donk, because we want to clear up our own board so we can run out Mr. Shutterwalk.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the double healing totem, infinity health. Okay. This is. Wow,
actually,
it's.
Bloodlust is not bad here either.
Yeah, I think it's.
Что она делает за 9 маны?
It's not bad. So at this point, he still has a Wind Fury and he still has a Bloodlust of ours,
true.
and I think he has an Earth and Might as well.
I think you're right.
And.
Oh, and now he has all the other stuff too.
Okay.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no!
Very well.
It's Shutterwalk v. Shutterwalk.
You know what? You have my gratitude too.
Oh,
there we go. Now I feel I want to. You know what?
This game is getting ridiculous.
All right, well, let's drink some coffee. We're going to be here for a bit. Give a minion Death Rattle or summon this minion.
That's in your hand. Any card he plays right now is in your hand as well.
This is a very nice.
Oh, here's the new card, Ghostlight Angler.
Oh, this is nice. This is just this is.
I don't think we revealed this card.
He gets to do his Treant impersonation. So I feel like a Bloodlust to clear to set up for Shutterwalking.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the very least, do we want? I think we Farsight first.
Okay.
See what we get because this feels like an acceptable play.
Oh, there you go. More Shutterwalks.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and Bloodlust, and then I'm going to play that guy. So I think the healing totems are fine. This seems fine. It's going to be a 2/3 again. I think I bonk in this direction.
Yeah, bonk.
I think that I feel like I want to keep. This will turn into a totem, but I'm trying to think. Do I want to trade with these two or with these two? I feel like I'm going to do this to increase the probability of getting my own board cleared off because I want to have infinite Shutterwalks on my board.
Yeah.
Now, this is perhaps the greediest play, therefore it's the most awesome and correct play.
I feel like now's the time to be greedy, right? Uh-oh, here we go.
Okay, so
First that.
Oh my God, he's never not going to have
Then
our
he's
hand.
going to get a copy of Shutterwalk. Then he's going to shuffle it in his deck. Okay, here we go. Okay, we already did that. There's copies. Okay. Oh, okay. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I actually don't know if I think Zola the Gorgon requires another target to trigger it because he played that first. He does not get the copy of Shutterwalk in his hand.
Oh, that's right, because Zola the Gorgon reads choose another minion.
Yes, right.
So
Battlecries can't target their own minion, so I think you're okay on there. I don't think he has another Shutterwalk in his hand right now.
I mean, we have to be really careful because if I like, because he has, he has Wind Fury.
You've got some Lightning Storm action. You could.
Yeah, I think I have to clear, and that I cannot yet do the Shutterwalk. The instant that I can, I think that we win the game. So I think that we just play very defensively here. So we're going to Lightning Storm. We're going to get another spell from the hero power. Or excuse me.
But it's actually quite crazy with the Ghost Light Murloc because you can you can trigger that hero power multiple times with the same card.
So I think that I might just toss the Earth and Might out of my hand, so that way I can trade here, trade here, trade here. Yeah.
Do you want to play it on the totem so you can clear your board? I guess it's too late now.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is that I think that what I do want to do is just keep playing these dudes.
Here we go. Get it going.
And then,
there you go.
And the reason I'm leaving this guy up is that I'm very cognizant of the fact that he has 2 Wind Furies here.
Do you want to slap the Totemic Might down there?
Oh, absolutely. I'm very cognizant of the fact that he has 2 Wind Furies from getting infinite copies in my hand.
Right.
So if I leave up the Taunt Totem, then I can Shutterwalk and have a small green man.
Yeah.
In contrast to the Jade Golems, which tend to get even larger.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. He did have another Shutterwalk.
I have an idea.
Oh, my God. Now he does. So that's how he's getting the Shutterwalk. He's replacing his hand with your hand every time. It's getting worse. Now he's got 2 Shutterwalks. And there goes there. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. This is real bad for you.
I don't feel good.
Что происходит вообще, блядь?
You're overloaded.
Ну понятно, там эти Battle Cry повторяют все.
Just FYI, just like a heads up for you.
Yeah, I mean,
Actually, what's going on is he's beating you with your own deck.
Yeah, no.
It's like your deck, but much better.
I know now. Paladins get to be priests as well. So I mean, I feel like maybe we just dig for something magical.
Yeah.
I mean, I can Ancestral Spirit my 0-4.
That's the thing. You should do that, I think.
Yeah, I think first.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. You're dead no matter what.
Oh my God, we're so dead.
You're super dead. Yeah. You could look for a Battlecry minion with Blazing Invocation.
Yeah.
I don't know what you could possibly get. Big Game Hunter? You're still dead, though.
Well, no, if I Big Game Hunter this, we'll live a turn. We'll live a turn.
I'm not sure that's true. Hey, Burlock, actually. Not bad.
Shoo.
It's also a Battlecry.
All right, so I'm going to freeze this.
Yeah, do it. And then give your guy Ancestral Spirit quick.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you can do. Damage. Yeah. All right. Okay. We got a plan.
I mean,
clear a plan.
All right. So the plan is that
next turn Shutterwalk.
Next
turn you'll freeze his guys.
Yeah.
One of his guys.
Yeah. I mean.
My God.
Well, it's okay.
This is what happens with Zola the Gorgon and the Baleful Breaker.
And it's happening in a random order, correct?
No, it's the same order every time.
Oh gosh. Well, I'm wondering how this was a 12-12, but this is a 6-6.
He got the copy. That was the Zola the Gorgon copy.
Oh, that was the
maybe
Zola.
It's a random order. I've lost track. Okay.
Yeah.
Can we clear our board and then Shutterwalk clear one of his 6/6s and then Shutterwalk our own?
Yeah, I think that what I have to do is I have to go hit.
Order's random.
Okay.
Order's random. Sorry.
Okay, so
I messed that up.
Okay, so I go hit. At the very least, we do this.
Yeah.
Now, what I need to do is I need to play the Shutterwalk. Oh no, but he'll just Wind Fury the Unfrozen one and kill us.
Улетал же, нет?
Oof.
I think we do it. I think we do it and see what happens. At this point, I'm completely unclear.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're more than likely
we gotta see
dead.
how this goes. Okay.
Okay, so.
Okay, we
got him. We got that one in the deck.
Here we go.
Now, if only it was summoning Serenite Change Gang. Okay, yeah, no, hey, hello.
Here we go.
All right, let's get one in the hand.
Oh, that actually is not.
Good.
That's not bad. That's like the right one to get here.
Oh my
God.
God.
Our one opportunity.
No way.
We get some.
No way. No way.
This is one of those.
No.
Oh, that's the wrong
so
one.
bad.
That's the wrong one.
All right, so he does have double Wind Fury.
Oh man! You know what we should have taken instead of that thing? We should have taken the battle cry that gives the Jason minions taunt. That was the right.
Oh wait, deal 3 damage.
Oh!
I forgot. Wait, it didn't freeze.
It froze, but they killed the frozen one.
Oh, of course. Yes. No.
Oh god! If we had taken Sun Fury Protector, those guys would all have taunt.
Oh,
right?
Duh.
That would have been insane.
All right. Well, I'm.
Oh, misplay.
All right, well played. Oh my gosh.
Oh, BM.
This escalated
Ew.
so quickly.
That was nuts.
Okay, wait. I wanna take a journey into the card collection and look at some of these cards.
Sure, yeah. I'll make sure we didn't reveal all of them. Not that. That's the wrong
yeah,
button.
of course.
That's the new borrow decks button that came out.
Yeah, I actually have this problem. I don't know if you've ever done this where you.
I got you. You tell the
Oh
story.
yeah, thank
I'll
you. Yeah,
navigate.
where you try to. You're like, oh, after this game, I'm definitely going to change this card in my deck, and then you don't for like 4 more games. You just keep hitting the fire match. Okay, so
let's take a look at Zap. What's that first card there?
Yeah, Zap is 0 mana, deal 2 damage to a minion, overload 1. Oh, this is like it's kind of like the Shaman version of Backstab.
Yeah, Backstab is pretty good.
Wow,
this doesn't require you to hit a undamaged minion. You can hit any minion. It's got overload 1, which sometimes is upside.
Yeah, and I mean, I can imagine that this is a really nice just tempo card because, in the early days, Shaman was very much so like a mid-range, build the board, blow you up sort of deck. And, I mean, lately there's just not been that many Shamans played on the ladder. But this feels like a really nice way to
I think this card's
secure
powerful.
your board.
Yeah, and it's pretty good with actually that classic card that's 3 mana, 2/4, gets +1/+1 with every overload card.
Oh, Unbound Elemental.
Unbound
yeah.
Thank you. Wow, you're good at the card names.
Pretty sick. Name's Day9. Please follow me on Twitter. I'm curious about this. Whenever you cast a spell, draw a minion from your deck. I mean, it looks like there's just a couple of really high value minions
in this deck. Yeah, well,
yeah,
I mean, that's a good way to get Shutterwalk if you're trying to build this combo deck.
Yeah, and I mean, like as I'm scrolling down here, a lot of them just build upon large creatures, like or just large plays. Like the Ghostlight Angler obviously has a really nice synergy with Hagatha. Yep. You can draw the Shutterwalk. Twilight Drakes, because, I mean, we wind up with a lot of cards in hand, sort of drawn outside of deck.
Yeah, and that gives your Shutterwalks plus a health as well. Let's take a look at Blazing Invocation again. That was a new card we revealed here. And
Blazing Invocation, how much mana is that? One cost. Ah, yeah.
So this also helps you get some crazy battle cries to go off with.
Yeah, I mean, there's
легендарка у
the
паладина
Fire
выглядит
Elemental.
сильно, которая
Well, I guess Jade's rotating out, but
из
when
единичек
it's
делает
not in
легендарки,
Wild, this is like a great way to get Jade Chieftains.
это
too.
жестко.
Yep.
And and I guess this would also let you get more Jade Spirits and
or
Black
even
Paws.
Shutterwalk. You can discover Shutterwalk this way too.
Wow.
All right, should we jump into another deck here?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Yes, we should.
Challenge that.
Well, is it possible to take a look at the Paladin?
Oh,
deck?
let's do that. Yeah, let's do that too.
Yeah, because I'm really curious about this deck construction.
Hidden Wisdom was that new secret we saw.
All golden cards.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, running a 1 of it seems a little bit hard to proc and trigger too consistently. And then, of course, here's the Obnoxious Repentance. But this card's really fascinating to me. This is because I know that True Silver Champion has long been like a real staple weapon. Rallying Blades showing up a lot more often, but this seems like super strong, especially with how good Vine Cleaver has also been.
We revealed Prince Liam. Transform all 1-cost cards into into legendary minions. That's how he got Emrys. It's pretty brutal.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty
Well,
brutal.
I mean, this feels like a really interesting card to have in a tempo deck because a lot of really aggressive Paladin decks, especially with secrets, they just run out of steam.
Yeah, and this lets you build an aggressive early game deck that lets you transition into a late game powerhouse.
Yeah. And there's the Bellringer Sentry, Battlecry and Death Route. Put a secret from your deck onto the battlefield. Oh yeah, like just trying to thin it out. Just like the mini.
Hey, right click on the card. Let's look at his flavor text.
That's such a knowing laugh. Like, who are you? And none of my business. Oh, there it is. So if I also look, this Rebuke is really sick. That's like the new Paladin Lothab style finisher spell, and it's way cheap.
Yeah, let's look at Swamp Dragon Egg. I don't think we revealed that card in the game.
Oh, Swamp Dragon Egg, Death Rattle. Add a random dragon to your hand. Oh, interesting. I know that there's been some interesting egg-based decks. Like Jackie Chan has built some of those. The player Jackie Chan, not the martial artist. And just like the zero death roll.
Yep. Yeah, Runic Egg. Yeah, this has got more health. This is a pretty good buff target, actually, right? It's like a it's like a reasonable amount. It's got a really good death rattle.
Yeah, I mean, and this seems to really sort of like to just deal with some of the problems of having a buff-based dex, which is like you run out of targets. No one's going to want to willingly attack this, so it winds up staying alive more easily.
Saw Vicious Scalehide.
Where's Vicious Scalehide? How much money is that? Two cost. Vicious Scalehide. Oh yeah, this was
Ghostly Charger. Yeah, some rush minions to get back in the game, and in this case, heal your hero up.
So there's
good buff target as
there's
well.
a lot of the past Paladin cards that have been like buffing things in your hand. A lot of those are rotating out, or some of those are rotating out.
Yeah.
So I mean, won't quite get the benefit from that, but Paladin already has a ton of extra buffs.
All right,
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's fight.
Okay, so we're gonna get the right. We're gonna choose the right deck this time. Oh no, don't go there.
Don't go there. All right. Look, okay.
We're just gonna I don't want to queue against the random player with our Witchwood.
Oh my gosh, Reels fight against me. Okay, thank goodness. That's why we have two of us here. Oh my god.
Okay, all right. So you can choose the Hunter deck.
Hunter deck.
Yeah. So
not the mage deck.
Yeah, no, not the mage deck.
Making eye contact with Christina. No, it's the wrong. It's the wrong one. We're gonna do the Hunter deck.
Okay. So I didn't talk about this. There's that borrow decks button on the bottom there. So if you're challenging another player and they have some decks, like maybe you're newer to the game, you don't have a lot of decks, you just want to help somebody play test the game or something, you can hit borrow decks and they get a little dialogue box. And they can say, yeah, they can use my decks in this challenge. So just for that 1v1 friendly play experience, now you can use each
that's
other's
fantastic.
Decks. You can swap decks and play each other's decks against each other.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Even for just like trying to practice or work on a deck, you can be like, "Hey, dude, can you just borrow my deck? I want to try to see if you can figure out how to solve this matchup."
Right. Yeah.
Oh, that's fascinating.
If you have a friend who doesn't have the cards that you have and you want them to get the experience of playing with some cool decks, then you can do that too.
Right. Oh, Carrion Drake.
Carrion Drake's cool.
If a minion died this turn, gain poisonous.
It's like Maexna-esque. And it's a dragon.
Maexna-esque.
Maexna-esque.
Because it's like Maexna, the card.
So it's my ex-esque, yeah.
Yeah, and then the ESQUE for the cultural styling.
Thank you for making sure everybody understood that. Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. Maexna-esque. It's just like, they think Ben had a stroke. All right, so I'm just going to hit confirm. So Vicious Scalehide is a nice wandering monster, very nice early game card. This is, I feel like, been a real all-star card for Hunter.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, and so actually Vicious Scalehide is a beast here. We're playing. He's playing Odd Mage.
That's incredible.
So he's got Fire Blast Mage too there.
All right, so we have a very obvious turn one play with the Jeweled Macaw.
And he doesn't. He's. Oh yeah, there we go.
This is fantastic. Well, so if he is an odd cost only card from this,
yeah. So that means you know he doesn't have some things, right? You know he doesn't have Frostbolt. You know he doesn't have Fireball. He doesn't have Cone of Cold or Blizzard.
Or Sorcerer's Apprentice. Other
yeah,
sorts
right.
Of
So
things.
there's a ton of cards. Now you have some interesting knowledge about his deck that you did not have before.
Now, I think I maybe don't want to run out the Vicious Scalebanes right away.
Sure.
I think Wandering Monster is
love it.
A really nice card. Because,
really nice.
Because since he only has odd cards...
He's not going to follow us up with a spell. He could follow it with a 1-cost spell.
We'll probably expect him to Fire Blast this and not have a turn 2 play and then donk us in the face.
Yeah, let's hope for the donkage.
Yes, every day, I wake up.
Today...
Dear RN Jesus,
let there be
wherever you
donkage.
Are. Yeah. Oh, he's not going to fall for this.
No, he's probably stream sniping us, is my guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Why would he do that?
Yeah, I guess we are one of those popular Hearthstone streams right now.
Okay, so Black Cat there. The coin helped him get
yeah,
that.
This card is just already nice in terms of its value.
Yeah.
I think the Chittering Tunneler is a nice
not
play.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just pretty straightforward. These Scale Hides we can't really get a lot of value out of. Hey, do we have creatures?
No,
okay.
Don't do it.
I think we multi-shot. I think it's a pretty clear multi-shot.
We did draw a new card this turn, so we could take a look at that.
Yeah, I think I'll choose the multi-shot right now. Yeah. And now let's look at this 5-cost card. Oh, okay. So this is like Hunter removal.
Yeah, you could use it like Assassinate in some ways, right?
Yeah.
Assuming they don't have like a taunt minion, but it's like a 5-mana removal card. That's pretty good.
Nice. Okay.
But also, if you could set up a scenario where you're attacking into a minion that has 2 or less attack, you can get multiple triggers here. That's pretty good. That worked out well for us.
I'm so good at Hearthstone. Oh my gosh. Oh well, I mean, this is the guy who just had his hand stolen last time and had infinite. What's that card called?
Shudderwalk. Yeah.
Scutterwalk.
Shudderwalk.
Shudderwalk.
You got there.
Skitterdock. Okay, so I'm gonna bonk in here. I think I want to do some sort of trade to be able to set up the multi-shot.
Either way, you want to bonk one of those guys first.
I definitely just want one of them to die. Right there for the purposes of symmetry, and then slice them and dice them. And Worm Guard. If you're holding a dragon, getting +1 attack.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool dragons in the set. Also, I mentioned earlier, if you can Emerus that guy and double his attack and health, it's a 722 taunt minion. which is something.
Awfully good.
The Nightmare Amalgam.
Oh my God, this is a popular meme card. It's really interesting to be playing against it looks to be more of a control-y hunter, because I think the biggest downside of hunter is that they don't have good card draw. So I have to be very thoughtful and efficient on each turn. And I think a Wing Blast, even though I'm not going to get the 1 mana value out of it, it just seems like a completely clear play.
Yeah, I think so. Look, you're playing a late game deck. You got dragons and huge taunt minions going on here, so staying alive until that point is pretty good.
Starting to get slightly concerned about my scale hides because. All right, so we now know why he played the Nightmare Amalgam, to be able to trigger the Bonfire Elemental.
Yeah, because it is an elemental.
So I think that this is a nice combo. The Hunter's Hide, the Scale Hide and the Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, you could also Vilebird Skitterer.
I think, because right now we don't really have a big, powerful follow-up play.
Yeah, so I mean, either one. Look, you've got a lot of removal in your hand here, so you can bust one of them here and Hero Power, or you can just go Vilebird Skitterer. The Vilebird Skitterer is more useful if they do have guys with less than 5 attack that you want to use that, or 3 attack that you want to use that removal on.
I figure I may as well just do this to be able to spend a little mana and pop them in the face, because I have an exact clone play there.
Yep.
But I'm a little concerned because, I mean, being able to deal 2 damage every turn is really good.
It's really good.
That's really good.
I mean, he had to make some sacrifices to do that, right? He's not playing some really good cards.
Yeah, I love so much of that starts the game off, because I mean, I want to play Warrior right now.
it is super fun. I think we actually are going to play Warrior a little later. Let's see. Yeah, we are playing Warrior next.
Yay! Please draw a dragon. That's kind of the opposite of a dragon. So right now, I feel like I don't necessarily want to run out the Worm Guard, because I really want that to trigger. I really want it to be a 4/11 with taunt.
Yeah.
So I think I'll absolutely run this out. We have a number of removal options that we can follow up with, and. I'm so good at Hearthstone.
That's incredible.
That's.
Oh my gosh.
It's so weird because
that is so perfect.
There was a moment where I was like, Ben, something's wrong. The card has turned yellow, and then I was like, very well, let's go ahead and gobble them up.
Gosh, that's
and
so
good. Incredible. Yeah, I wonder if he's just cursing over at his cubicle. And do I want to clear this? I don't think I do, because I think I just need to be very.
He does give him spell power. The thing, a little spell damage bonus.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not I feel like I am in. This Hungry Crab is an acceptable way to trade with this. I can be more careful with my removal spells.
Ooh, that's pretty good with that rank 2 hero power there.
Okay, it's fine. Oh no. So I want to draw a dragon.
I think he's still running there with that and bop the 4/4.
Yeah,
I mean, leave that 4 damage hero power going.
That's so much damage. This card is so nice in that deck. I mean, like a 4/4 body is already pretty nice.
Yeah, right. It's odd cost, so you can run it in the odd cost mage, which is where you want it.
And I mean, the value that it gives is almost always going to be 4 damage in this mage.
Yeah, you can also run an odd cost priest, which lets you heal for 8, or deal 8 damage if you have Akanai in play. Or 16 damage if you also have Velen in play. Or 32 damage if you have 2.
Additionally, you could have Valen, Malagos, and that nerd in there.
Yeah.
What?
Blackwall Pixie lets you do it again.
Wow. Now, Blackwall Pixie is amazing just in terms of stats. It's a 3/4 for 3. That is an extraordinary. Your other minions have Rush.
Oh, that's not bad. I guess that right now your minions all already have Rush.
Yeah.
So not super good, but
doesn't feel the best. I mean, if I run out,
it's got some reasonable stats. It's kind of got a water elemental's worth of stats there.
So I'm getting really concerned about my life, because at this point, I'm all in on the Worm Guard.
Yeah,
I
right.
think I'm just gonna have to play the Vile Brood Skitterer and pop the 3/4.
The 3/4, yeah, and,
Yeah,
and
it
follow it
seems-
up with the Hellmaster. He's not.
Yeah, it's just so hard
You have to blow
remove.
everything to kill the Hellmaster, and that's good for you.
And I realize my brain is sort of pre-programmed with the if you have no duplicates in your deck. Like, he can have additional copies of the
right,
Black
yes,
Walled Pixie.
yep.
He can have additional copies of the
TL4,
4/4 that
yep,
doubles
yep.
the hero power. Very well.
Yeah, and he probably does.
He could have 2 breath
That
of
spell-
Syndragosis.
Honestly, that spell power is eating you up, man. The spell damage guy.
I mean, I know. I'm trying not to get killed.
You had a chance.
Okay.
You had a chance to kill that guy.
I'm trying my hardest. This cat,
I know. If he had 1 less health, it'd be
if he just
significantly. Hey, that's actually really good with the scale hide. Really
yeah.
good.
Oh my gosh, that is really nice.
So
I don't
it's,
necessarily.
buffs in +3/+3, and then shuffles copies, and those copies have +3/+3. So now when you draw those scale hides,
It's a real pleasure to be playing a hunter that has control capabilities. That is a really nice effect.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yep. Shuffle 3 copies into your deck with +3/+3, and the scale hide is a beast.
yeah. So now you have what is it? Two mana, 4 6s with rush and lifesteal in your deck. Those will really help you. Oh, here's a new card.
Cinderstorm, deal 5 damage randomly split among all enemies.
Oh, we got lucky. I guess we didn't get that lucky.
We we got rivered. So here we have
Dragon.
You know, I feel real pathetic playing a candle shot on turn 10. Which one? Pick. You know what? I'm gonna hit this one.
Yeah, really good play. Really good play.
Well, I mean, again, it's like
Way to use 3 mana on turn 10. That's exciting. You could have just played the Worm Guard. You could. It's not like it gets way better here.
Well, I feel like I've just emotionally committed to it being a 4/11 with
Here's
taunt.
the thing: when you draw that dragon, you're gonna be like, I really want to play the dragon now. Oh, that's very good.
Thank the stars. All right, we're gonna use our super candle immunity to take out that one. We're going to.
У мага 5 карт, и он типа нечего походить
At some
могу.
point, you should give up and play Worm Guard.
You know, we're gonna have to, but we're gonna, to the bitter end, keep him in the hand.
This is good. The 4 lifesteal each turn is strong.
You know, I remember when Hearthstone was like being released. A lot of people were talking about how.
Hey, you got the removal there. Hunter's Mark plus candle shot's not bad.
Okay. You know, I'm so used to hearing like legendary animation and sound effect and being like, oh my gosh, it's gonna destroy everything. I don't want to unleash the hounds. Now, is it time?
I feel like it is. That's nothing to laugh at, right? Having a 3/11.
Well, you say it's nothing to laugh at, but I do draw a card at the start of next turn. And I think that the chances that it's a dragon is 100%.
It's very high. Now that you've committed to playing the Worm Guard.
There's some engineer watching this playtest.
+1 attack. No.
No, could have been no. Burst into tears on the stream.
Uh-oh, here's the voodoo doll. He's gonna pop it himself.
Oh gosh, this is so good.
Yeah.
He could have died as a 4/11. Okay. He just has.
Missiles.
He played Arcanest missiles and then the Arcane missiles.
He's gonna go all to the wrong place here. Oh no.
Well, you know what? I have a bow and arrow. Hiya. Yeah, remember when Hearthstone first came out, there was a lot of discussion that this hero power is so good because you basically have a way to beat your opponent. You have a finisher as the hero power.
That's true.
So in theory, you could have only control cards in Hunter.
5
But
turns from now, you've got it.
yeah.
Right, nothing else changes. There's the Curio Collector.
All right. Whenever you draw a card, gain +1/+1. So this is pretty straightforward. We're gonna Wing Blast.
Yeah, it's good that he did not play the Arcane Intellect after the Curio. But he must have drawn it off the Curio Collector. Here's Marshdrake.
Yep, it's a 5/4 for 3. Summon a 2/1 Poisonous Drake Slayer for your opponent. Okay, this seems like an excellent card to run in Rogue because you can hero power on turn 2, turn 3, throw out the Marshdrake and clear.
It's good when you have Candle Shot as well. It's good to Unleash the Hounds here.
Wow,
right?
yeah.
They're both pretty good. I might
do
play all your cards here, right?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely the play because we get out this little guy. Oops.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna do this, and then we're going to.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Well, see, I have. This is my attempt to be a better human at Hearthstone, is I just let the card hover for just 1 or 2 seconds.
And then you realize it was a
Yeah.
horrible mistake and
Yeah.
put it back. Yeah.
And that happens a
You have
good 50% of the time.
Oh, I was gonna say you have lethal exert.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Remember, I have the finisher as my hero
Strike's an
power.
odd cost card. That's
Okay. And no ice blocks. No ice blocks. Okay.
not bad. Okay, two more turns of hero powers.
Now, if he could play the Arcane Artificer, the 1-mana creature that gives you armor per spell cast.
That would keep him alive.
Well, we're just going to hope that he... Okay.
Uh-oh. He didn't play any card draw. That's good for us.
Gosh, 2 damage a turn. This is such... I can't wait to play this deck.
Yeah, it's fun.
If you're holding a dragon, gain rush. You know what?
Have you ever been holding a dragon?
Yeah, I know. There's no
Next
dragons in the deck.
Next time you build this deck, may I recommend putting some dragons in it?
Yeah, I know. Maybe borrow dragons from a friend.
Okay, he's got to heal somehow or beat you this turn. With Wandering Monster, I feel like that's unlikely.
Double. One time. Oh my gosh, Reels, he's good. He's gonna let us take him out. Die. Yeah. Oh, tank it.
Got him. We did it.
No. Yes.
Why not?
Yeah. All right. Roar.
We did it. We did it. Well done, Sean. I'm so proud of you.
Oh my God, I mean, you're a real father figure to me in this hosting gig, so I mean, that just means so much to me.
I knew you could do it.
We have to look at this Hunter deck.
Yeah.
I need to see what is.
Don't hit borrow deck.
Yeah. Well, see, it's from the
No,
play
don't
button
play.
where
Don't hit play.
there's
Oh,
my
I see.
collection.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
no,
right.
I see it. I'm merely explaining where the autopilot is coming
of
from
course, of
because
course.
I wasn't even aware that I hit that. So this is the
That's the deck we want to look at. The Hunter
two
deck.
two times Alaria's plan. Okay.
Okay, so Marsh Drake and Vilebrute Skitterer were the new Hunter cards that we
Oh yeah.
have here.
Hunting Mastiff is a really interesting control card.
Mhm.
So let's. Where's the Mastiff? How much mana does the Mastiff cost?
The hunting. That's the one you just looked at, right? You're talking about the Marsh Drake.
Or yes, the Marsh Drake. Oh,
Three
yeah, it's
mana.
a 3-cost Marsh Drake.
There it
Yeah. Summon a 2/1 poisonous Drakeslayer for your opponent. This is a really interesting card to me because I remember how much damage the Tomb Pillagers would deal in the Rogue.
Yep.
You know, a lot of people were just excited that it was a body plus a coin because there's so many like combos that
And this
exist in
comes out
Rogue.
one turn earlier than Tomb Pillager. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean like the 5/4 just getting 2 or 3 hits in is huge.
Yeah,
and the fact
you gotta set it up right. You know, you gotta make sure you hear Power Candle Shot or. I mean,
Right.
even like playing Jeweled Macaw or whatever, right? Could be the way that you trade into
Right.
Drake Slayer.
And then there's the Vicious Scalehide, really cool control card.
Yeah, especially good with the with the Dire Frenzy that you played.
Where's Dire Frenzy? Yeah, there it is. That's really nice. I'm really into this card.
And then Vilebrute Skitterer was the last card that we showed off here. The 5 mana cost one.
Yeah.
Was effective there.
Yeah, there's a lot of really nice removal in
removal.
Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Wormguard. I'll just imagine him being procced. That felt nice.
All right, let's take a look at the mage deck that we saw there.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
There's a card we did not show on the stream.
Yeah, because I mean, I think that for a lot of people, it's difficult to envision what odd and even cost decks look like because there's so many cards that are rotating
Well,
out.
it's easier now that it's on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, here it is. So certainly there's the early control cards. You don't have Frostbolts, Arcane Missiles, and Breath of Syndragosa. Mana Worm is just always good, but this Black Cat is, I think, very, very strong. It felt intimidating. And then 2 of these.
So we have revealed Cinderstorm and Curio Collector at 5 mana. There's Curio Collector.
Curio Collector, 5 mana. Whenever you draw a card, gain +1/+1. There's a surprising amount of card draw in this.
Yeah, and actually with the it's not odd cost, so it can't be in this deck, but the Book of Specters that lets you draw 3 cards and discard the spells that you draw. Pretty strong with the Curio Collector. Let's look at Darkmire Moonkin there, up into that.
Yeah, this is, you know, the Moonkin in Druid led to some really interesting and unusual sort of spikes in power. And the fact that this is a 2/8, that it's a much more durable spell damage card, and it's 7 mana, so it can be played on turn 10 with 3 mana, the Cinderstorm, the Arcaner missiles. And with spell damage, this is going to go from 5 to 7. Each individual won't get +1 damage. Although I understand that used to be the case, like before the game was released. And
there
Arcanus
was
way too
there was
powerful.
some rude decks there. At the end of
Malagos Arcane Missiles.
Yep.
9. Okay, so because 3 + 5 is oftentimes 9.
Yeah, right. That's my
Whoops.
my understanding of how math works. Okay, all right, that's it for those decks. Let's jump back in here.
All right, let's do it.
Let's take a look at we're gonna play against his. You're gonna play Warrior. And Ryan's gonna play Hand Druid there. So
The working man.
You're gonna play. Don't queue for a match though. Let's
Okay, no, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not gonna, you know what? It's so easy.
Yeah.
The interface it's
It calls
play.
to
It's
you.
right there.
It's right there.
I was
You want to play, so you click
You're
play.
like, let's play, and I'm like, I know just the button. All right, shall I?
Let's do it.
All right, choose.
Okay, so let me give you some tips here. I think it was Real Bit Stick, but it could have been Stephen Chang.
Yeah.
It says, I basically typed Rush into the collection manager and started clicking.
That's not dissimilar to how I make decks.
Oh, there's Lunara. So this is the new Druid.
Ooh.
The new Druid hero that you'll get here. There's Rabid Worgen there. That's a new card.
All right, so Rabid Worgen is a 3/3 with a rush, and I assume that we're going to be doing something control-y-ish because you said it was. Oh wait, it's not an odd cost warrior.
No, this is not. I was wrong about the Odd Warrior. Although I highly recommend playing it. It's I think one of the deck recipes is an Odd Warrior. It's like Quest Odd
A
Warrior.
maximum armor warrior.
It is super fun to play. I've been playing it all weekend. It's really fun.
Okay, so I don't really know exactly what this deck's going to be like. Is this a more control-y deck?
You know, it's let me see here. You have a lot of opportunities for value trades, and raw card advantage comes in the form of Battle Rage, weapons, and Countess Ashmore. If you don't need to use the Warpath for removal, you can use one later with the Gunspire to go nuts.
So I'm going to keep this hand because
really, you got a lot of sweepers here. You're playing against Druid. I don't know if you need all. I mean, maybe you will. Maybe you will. They have some treants.
Yeah, well, the thing is that
I mean, you're gonna end up keeping it either way in 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds.
Wow, you really put the pressure on. Wow.
Oh, there's the Gunspire.
Oh, this is so awesome. Can't attack, but whenever it takes damage, it begins blasting.
Yeah.
everything.
So with the Warpath there, it is significantly ridiculous.
Well played.
So I mean.
Oh, Lunara.
Well played.
Oh my gosh.
So annoying.
All right, first of all, let me just destroy this well. All right, that's good. I got a lot of aggression out there. Oh well, there goes the tile. Well, you know. All right.
There's the Witchwood Apple.
Summon the tree ants. And you know, this is one of these cards that you know, there was the early Paladin reveals at the last set that each individually doesn't seem to do that much, but when you start getting tons of the combos going, they go insane.
No, he's got a lot of effects that care about how many cards he's got in his hand, and that puts a lot of cards in his hand.
Now, I don't know if I should be looking for the value trades right now, or whether I should just be building the board and armoring up.
Yeah, so you only have one. I mean, like, here's the thing about Rush. It's kind of interesting because you could play it now, or you could play it once they have a minion on the table. It's basically the same, but you do need to get something on the board at some point. So, yeah, Rabid Worgen is really interesting because you're familiar with Wolf Rider, I assume. Wolf Rider is
I've played against Hunter in 2015.
Brand new card here, Tingle for a Mystic.
Okay. Add a random 2-cost minion to each player's hand.
I really love this card.
A wild miscalculation.
Okay, so we can.
It's actually really good right now because you can't do much
I
about
can't
3/4.
really annihilate it. I mean, we can Worgen and trade, and then next turn play. Okay, real.
Shut up, Lunara.
Just stop it, Lunara. I'm trying to play a game. So I mean, one option is to just coin this out.
Yeah, I might coin Blood Razor. That seems not
it
crazy.
seems okay.
And smack him. Yeah.
And I think part of the benefit of doing this is that I can play both the Shadow Ascendant with the Red Band Wasp next turn with it procced. Yeah. In fact, let me lean into the microphone. Yes.
Uh-oh. Mountain Giant's good when you have a lot of cards in your hands.
Yep. All right.
But actually, you got to execute here, so you're okay, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm I mean, certainly I'm gonna pop the face and.
How about Red Band Wasp attack face execute?
Yeah, I think.
How's that feel?
I think it feels fine. It feels fine. Let's just go ahead and do it. We want to get this to be a 4/2. We want the Mountain Giant to never.
No, you're not going to get the rush off here, but you do have some pressure on for next turn.
Yeah, and I think that this is building up to, like, I can start to get a lot of momentum with these two cards being played on turn 5.
Yep.
And then, depending on what happens, this could curve out very nicely to the Countess, and then I can always. Well, actually, I'm probably just going to want to play this because this art is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean
look, the card just can stick around, right? Like, you just play it, and then every time you whirl, have a whirlwind effect from now on. It sets you up.
I love the art that just implies that there's no leader here. People just literally put a cannon out and fire.
Wow. Oh, that's actually fine. Right? You got a warpath. You got a warpath here.
Yeah.
That was exciting moment, but it's less bad than I thought it was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's I think the thing that's really cool is that like a lot of cards individually seem to have just like an effect. It's fine. I think I definitely just play the Shadowless Demon after.
Здорово,
I'm
Андрюх.
just showing. I'm sorry. I don't
Да не, сейчас презентация картишек, картишки смотрю новые по
Bad
одному.
on the air. We can't allow that. He's not getting invited back.
No.
I'm trying to gesture. I'm trying. I didn't mean to hurt you so badly. I never want to hurt you, man. So I mean, yeah, like the Wisp card, like Whispering Woods, you get a lot of 1/1s, or like Mountain Giant, it's like the whole theme of the deck. Like this is very new, Mountain Giants and the
right.
Druid.
Yeah, it's a totally different style of play. It plays like a hand-filling deck very differently than other past hand decks like Warlock.
This is a little rough because I can certainly pop and then execute, and then I can just Worgen and blow this up.
Oh, interesting. You don't have to execute. You could just run the 3/3, but you're right. You get to keep the 2/2 on the board if you do it that way.
Yeah, I actually kind of like keeping the execute because I just don't know what else is in his deck.
If you play, I see. But he's used both Mountain Giants, so.
Yeah, I've never seen a big hand druid before.
Do you just go face, make him do the trade? I guess that's.
I feel like probably I just get sad, pop this, and just keep the board presence.
Oh, sure.
I miss my Shadow Ascendant. She's very important to me, but I kind of have a threatening board, and then I can run out the Countess, which at 6/6 is nothing to balk at.
You could have done it in a slightly different way, where you run the 3/3 into the giant and execute it, and then leave the no, maybe that's not right.
Because then you'd have a 2/2 and a 6/3.
The Bewitched Guardian there.
Oh, this is
5 mana 4/9 taunts, pretty good.
This is the anti-priest card. All right, so now I miss my execute. Once upon a time, I owned an execute, but give plus. Oh,
that's actually it's a death rattle, but that's actually pretty good for your deck. You have a lot of rush minions. You can draw another one count as Ashmore.
Yeah, I think so. Do we want to run out the Countess now?
I think so. I think we get it out there.
It sounds correct. And then I think I almost certainly want to pop into this.
I think so. Yeah.
There's just a lot of removal.
He's got a lot of cards in his hands.
Yeah. Woodcutter's Axe.
So you could drop Woodcutter's Axe into Woodcutter's Axe if you really need that buff.
Yeah. Okay, and what else we drop? Vicious Scalehide.
So you have the Gilnean Royal Guard there in your hand. It's swapping now each turn. So next turn you'll be able to play it as a go to the left. It's 8 mana cost card there. So next turn you can play it as an 8 attack Divine Shield Rush minion.
Wow, and that's neutral.
And that actually may be the thing you want to do here to kill Splintergraft.
Blah.
Oh my god.
So now he's a 10 mana 10/10, but which card
He's a 10 mana 10/10. Oh wow, Town Crier. Look at this. Draw a rush.
Pretty good.
Town Crier. Oh, what a weeper. Okay, so let's see. How do we get through this?
I think that Rush Divine Shielding is pretty good right now. It's a good thing he's in working form.
Oh, I see. The thing is that on his turn, it was 8/3, so it says each turn this is your hand. I thought it swapped when it came to my turn, so I thought it was going to come back and be a 3/8.
It swaps at the end of your turn, so you know you can.
End of the turn. Yeah. Okay, excellent. Well, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to definitely.
I like it a lot.
Traderoo here. That's very useful to know because I was planning around this completely the opposite. Because I thought that he was going to be 3/8, and I was like, well, we're going to have a rough turn. So this, oh my gosh, and he still has the 10/10 one. Okay,
oh, man,
that's enough of 4/1s that gain health. All right.
That's good. You get the guns. You can set up the Gunspire now. They have a Warpath for turn 10. I don't know if you want to do this turn.
I think. Well, I mean, if we play this out and then we just wood chop this.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
I think that's the play. Yeah. I think that's a very reasonable play. So here we go. Woodcutter's Axe, and this is Death Rattle. So we haven't messed up anything yet. We're going to pop. We're sad that we're losing some health, but it's all right.
The Gunspire.
And again, I feel kind of obligated to.
Yeah, and the Gunspire could take care of that guy next turn, right?
Yeah, I mean the reason I feel obligated is that swipes.
You guys got really Worgen. You got a lot of opportunity. Ooh. Ooh.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, how bad do you miss that execute right now?
I miss it dearly.
Yeah, well, it's too bad that guy. Maybe next turn will be useful as a 6-2 rush.
So we can Warpath, and let's see. So we can deal up to 5 times.
Yeah, it's
3
gonna
damage.
hit all the things 5 times, and then you're gonna deal 15 damage with Gunspire.
But is there any way to be able to? I mean, like we could just try to Town Crier and draw in some answer for this.
You're gonna die, man. This is not good for you. He's got 14 damage with attack on the board.
Well, listen, let's be awesome at the very least. Huh? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Boom. That's good. That's the right hit. Ideally, it doesn't hit that 4-1 at all. On face. I mean, you could almost kill him here. He's just top. Okay. Yeah. 2 more hits.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay. You know what? I'm all in on this. I'm committing to this plan.
We're doing it.
I mean, he is at 8. So we'll definitely go to. Yeah. No. I mean, there's a lot to kill.
Здорово. Ну, чё хотел?
He might still be squelched, so we
Ты
haven't
смотришь этот обзор на картишки
Draw a
новые?
card, gain 1 armor for each card in your hand.
Нет.
Okay, Druid. Stop doing your warrior
Честно.
impersonation.
Да я, блин, я ехал сейчас в маршрутке 1,5 часа, там пробка на Выборгском. Бля, просто в душной маршрутке с орущим годовалым ребенком, стоя. Да, сейчас вообще все проклял.
Да.
Ты по поводу как раз картишек, наверное, хотел
Ну
меня
да.
спросить? Блин, что я на выходных-то я выпал.
Ты как ты домой дошел
Сегодня. Блин, ну да, наверное. Да я не помню, там Женя что-то мной рулила. На утро ему рассказывала, что я плохо себя вел.
Получил, так сказать, пизды.
Ну, типа того.
Понятно.
Ну и, короче, я все воскресенье что-то так провалялся, провафлил. Ну вот сегодня только приехал, и, блин, что-то мне так впадло этими картами заниматься. Честно говоря. А когда дедлайн? 13-го выходит, это типа тебе надо 11-го уже все показать? Ну, 12-го выходит. А сколько карт? Все уже показали?
Ну сегодня вот все будут.
Блин, ну завтра у меня футбол, завтра я тоже не могу. А завтра уже 10-е, то есть у меня останется 1 день. Типа в среду, когда я буду уже не. Отлично. Блин, Дегр, ну не знаю, я что-то вот не вписывается у меня это мероприятие в планы. Сейчас я посмотрю, что там по
Короче,
картам.
в
Блин,
Excel тогда попробуй вставить одну карту, сейчас будешь мне объяснять, как вставлять.
ну, давай. Я могу макет сделать, а ты эти
Макет
карты...
есть.
Ну да, но я имею в виду там вот описание ты сам тогда будешь писать, если оно надо. Ну и да, и будешь картишки сам вставлять. Сейчас я сделаю, посмотрю, что там за карты. Надо скачать все карты.
Ну да.
Чё, блин, как сайт называется? Blizzard, Wizard, как он?
Все, я навожу Херстоун.
EU Battle нет.
Да.
Все карты. Ну и сколько тут картишек? Блин, много, да. Много, но не все. Раз.
Блять, ну да, тут не все.
16, 17 на 5. Это будет... Сколько? 75? 85. 75, 35. Да, 85. 87 карт, короче, сейчас есть. Ну ты сейчас что, свободен там? Давай я тебе скажу, покажу. Только я не знаю, как тебе...
А ты откуда, с сайта копировал их?
Я с сайта скачивал. Ну, надо, чтобы они были все в одном разрешении. Поэтому самое удобное — это единственный источник. Сейчас. Так, а какую мы сначала делали? Админскую версию, да? Админскую, а потом мы со второй просто удаляли.
Блин, ну ладно, сейчас я макет сделаю, а то объяснять дальше буду. Как то дополнение называлось? Кобальт и кто-то.
Кобальт и катакомб.
Ну, короче, вот это то, что мы делали...
Так, сейчас всякие
Как он
найду.
называется? Ну, PDF-овский файлик там с афишей ты сам, да, придумаешь?
Да. Сейчас я на стрим вывел рабочий экран, чтобы как-то...
Сейчас. Чтобы я контролировал.
Теперь надо найти этот экселевский файл. Не ладен. Бля, я сам не знаю, когда делать, я пиздец, я просто меня вырубает нахуй. Так, да, я его положил.
А что, Бонброл там, да, карта афиширует? Бля, я слышу на твоем стриме его ржачит. Просто, он, конечно, такой чел.
Так. Форма заявки. А, ну вот, можно любую из форм заявки, в принципе. Так, а картинку ты уменьшал в чем?
В Пейнте.
Блять, знал нахуй.
А что? Ты с Пейнтом не
есть
дружишь?
программы, в которых, блядь, которые все мои познания, что я просто их могу открыть. Я даже не знаю просто,
Блин, ну
где
Paint
он даже, этот Paint. Я сомневаюсь, что он на компьютере есть, блядь.
Пуск программы стандартный, она у всех есть.
Ага, на десятке где-то, блядь, пуск программы стандартные.
А, на десятке не знаю, ладно.
Сейчас так, Paint. Тут какой-то Paint 3D, блядь. Создать.
Ну, попробуй, открой,
Так,
что.
окей, вот создать. Ты сейчас можешь наблюдать.
Ну, я, да, смотрю.
Так, вот, например, берем картишку. Ты ее как? Сохранить страницу?
Ну, ты заходишь на сайт, открываешь картишку, нажимаешь правой кнопкой, там, сохранить как.
Сохранить страницу, как у меня именно, блядь.
Блин, нет. А чё, где? Что? Сейчас, погоди.
А, просто, наверное, не открывая ее.
Да вот не открывая ее, она будет в говнокачестве. Ну, блин, у нее качество будет похреновей.
Сохранить изображение как?
А они, видимо, как-то заблочены. Давай не открываем.
Да нет, почему? Вот, нормально. Смотри, сейчас на стриме ее вставил.
Сейчас.
Просто какого... Ты вообще вот видел этот Paint 3D?
Ну, я вот сейчас вижу, нет, я первый раз вижу. Ну, блин, там суть. Все, что тебе нужно, это найти там... Ну, да, нормальный размер. Ну, тебе нужно изменить размер, найди в менюшке. Сколько? 375 на 518. А, да, слушай, они в таком же разрешении. Изменить размер на 202 на 280 у тебя должно быть.
Развернуть меню.
kind of stink is that these become. Oh, do these become 7/7? Because that's right, it's a battle cry. Okay, so can't attack well. All damage. Okay, this is Quartz Elemental. Great. This is super interesting.
It is. Go ahead. Yeah, tell me why.
Yeah, let me. Good job with this card. Let me give you the rundown. See, like there's so many healing effects that are like you figure out the way that there's the value. You know, just high health cards, but these are a lot of like triggers that explicitly proc on healing.
Yeah. Oh, here comes Space Collector. Okay. He's throwing up that mist wraith. It's tough because like, even he's actually gonna try and take out your Quartz Elemental before it gets to attack. Now, the nice thing about Quartz Elemental is often your opponent doesn't even bother doing that. Maybe your plan is the right plan here. You're old school.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think you would have put this position if you would put the 4/7 on turn 3.
Давай попробуем сохранить как.
You gotta start making some moves.
Yeah, I think
Я не могу
you can also
сохранить
Alchemy
как.
and Hero Power and just be up against some 2/2s and still
That's
save
not bad. You
circle
have 2
healing.
Alchemizers. You can do that.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go
If the
for.
Alchemized sticks here, it's
Сколько всего карт будет? Тоже
Ну да, где-то
135?
так.
I mean, like, even on if it's a bad play, we're going to do it. Like, I want to be real clear about one thing.
Блять, сука. Я с Пейнтом-то не справился. Paint 3D, блять. Ну что началось вообще? Так.
And you know, like maybe on the next turn, I'll play both of them in Circle of Healing to heal/kill them immediately.
Когда, казалось бы, 3 функции, блять, и...
I know there's a number of cards in this set that also gains benefits from that.
Блять, я разбираюсь в таких программах, как Автокад, как Coral, блять, но не Paint.
Ну, пощелкай там, может, это просто не видишь где-то очевидного.
Текст трехмерной кисти, меню, сохранить как. Сука. Экспортировать файл.
Блин, открой в Corel, может, там тебе проще будет уменьшить размер. Я уверен, что в Corel тоже есть просто уменьшение размера через пиксели.
Но у меня, ну в Coral, блять, его ж потом нужно сохранить в JPG.
Ну, в любом формате. А, там только векторное, что ли?
Там не век, вот как бы есть Coral, а есть другая хуйня. Блять, ну я заебусь через него делать, это пиздец. Каждую картинку сначала в Coral надо сделать под определенный размер. Ну, давай, ладно, попробуем сейчас в Coral. Ну, типа, вот сейчас увидишь, как я буду это делать.
Да, забей. Ну, если сложно,
размер?
то 202 на 280.
272.
202 на 280.
202 на 280. А, ну, наверное, в моем случае наоборот.
Только не миллиметры, а пиксели должно быть.
А, окей. Сейчас можно выставить миллиметр. Вспомнил. Значит, там вначале надо как-то задать. Создать. Вот, на миллиметры, пиксели. Пикселей. 202 на 280. Окей. Так, теперь сюда мы копируем, да, картинку. Вот, она чуть больше, мы ее уменьшаем до этого размера, да? Здесь кучу видно, блядь. А, ну хотя она же уменьшится.
Ну, ты вот так вручную ты не уменьшишь. Тебе нужно... Вот как раз... Да, вот там, где ты... А, ну вот она. Ты нажми на саму картинку, и там вверху вот получается 202 на 280, да?
Ну, нет, если у картинки сделать, то смотри, как будет. 200.
Ну, тебе нужно, чтобы картинка была 202 на 200. Вот ты на нее сейчас нажал, у нее другой размер,
Вот, я
видишь?
ее сейчас сделал 202 на 208. Сейчас ты видишь там. Ну, блядь, тут как-то херово. Если, конечно, отдалить, то... Если в колоде нет, кажется, ничего. Ну, давай попробуем теперь файл сохранить. Как, блядь, просто конкретно этот... Посмотрим, сохраняет. PDF можно, да? Не обязательно в JPG.
Нет, в PDF ты не засунешь в Excel.
Блять. Ну, блядь, тут, короче, такая херня, что, типа, вот я тебе сейчас увидишь, я открываю, типа, сохранить как. Здесь,
Ну, я вижу, да.
Нету JPG, но, как бы, блядь, есть другой вариант, но это пиздец. То есть берем вот это, копируем, сворачиваем эту херню, открываем. Coral Photo Paint называется.
Блин, короче, вон я нашел, как в Paint 3D изменить размер.
Давай.
Вбей просто в Google изменить размер фотографии в Windows 10. Тут вот, ну здесь все равно почему-то.
Размер.
Штатное приложение Paint, блин.
Paint 3D. Размер. Положение, слои, коррекция. Давай еще посмотрим. Тут что-то уже какой-то другой. Paint 3D. А, ну вот обычный Paint. Окей, файл.
Ты нашел обычный Paint?
Как?
У себя на
Да,
компе.
я уже открывал, открываю, смотри. Так, вот файл, да, нажимаю на него.
Вот он, да,
файл,
да, вот.
Изменить размер.
Ну, вот. Теперь изменить размер нажимай.
Сейчас бы еще найти, где тут изменить размер. А, вот, изменить размер. Вот, по горизонтали сначала нужно выделить картинку.
Не надо ничего выделять.
Изменить
Просто
размер,
открываешь.
горизонтали
Изменить
202,
размер.
по вертикали 208.
Да, только проценты на пиксели убери.
Блять. 8. А, вот 280 вставляешь, окей. Так, а наклон градуса это не надо, да?
Нет, больше ничего не трогаешь.
Так, вот она. И теперь ее как сохранить как? Вот она уменьшилась, теперь файл.
Ну да, все, теперь, ну не сохранить как, а просто сохранить.
Сохранить. Куда она, блядь, сохраняется?
Ну вот где она у тебя была, откуда ты ее открыл, там она и сохранилась.
Подожди, а тут она у меня в каком формате?
Ты отдельную папочку
Она
сделаешь,
у меня
чтобы
здесь
быстрый
в
доступ к ней
тип
был.
файла PNG.
Ну, PNG это нормально, это графический файл.
Окей, значит, то есть, если я нажимаю просто ее...
Я PNG
Если я
так и
нажимаю
пихал.
сохранить, закрыть, то вот она типа готовая. Теперь я открываю экселевский файл. И, например, Лунет удаляю. К примеру. А ее сюда вставляю. Не хочет. Ячейка или диаграмма защищена от изменений. Снять защиту.
Потому что это участника. Тебе нужно админскую форму экселевскую
Где ее, блядь,
сделать.
Так, сейчас найдем ладно админскую. Наверное.
Бля, я не помню, кстати, пароль для снятия. Ну, Дегур 1, 2, 3 или что-то такое.
One of my greatest pleasures in all of the history of card games is playing a hugely statted minion. It's so satisfying to me. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, he got me.
Бля, я мог админскую не брать у тебя.
Chameleos is fascinating because each turn it's in your hand, transform it into a card.
Давай я тебе скину.
Ну давай. Недолго искать, давай.
ВКонтакте сейчас скину.
Я проебал все картишки.
This just seems correct. And Napegal is going to be pulling a card into our hand every turn.
That weapon has been keeping him like every turn gets to hit with that weapon because he's been playing so many cards from other classes. Oh wow.
So he's going to hit for 8, heal for 6.
You'll heal for 8 too, which is good.
Oh yeah, we're gonna heal.
Heal 8 more, back up to full.
Another 8. So we're gonna draw the card from Napegal. Hearthstone player that ever lived.
А, ты полностью здесь все удалил, да, уже?
Ну да, да.
So I'm just gonna Curious Glimmer. So we're gonna see. Well, this is it.
Yeah, that's the one.
All right. Well, I mean, this is the one that's in the deck. So.
Ты смотришь, да, что я делаю?
Нет, сейчас. Нет, не так, не перетаскивай. В этом, в Excel вверху вставка.
Вставка?
Вверху, в меню.
О, у тебя задержка, я уже нажал. Вставка.
Ну, там рисунок.
Вставка, рисунок и рабочий стол, да?
И выбирай этот рисунок. А почему тебе не активно?
Все, заебись.
А, потому что, да, ты кликнул.
Блять, ну он тут как чуть больше выглядит.
Он не выглядит чуть больше. Тебе надо нажать на него и нажать два раза.
Все, норм.
Только не уменьшай. 2 раза вниз и 2 раза вправо.
Да он типа и так нормально встал, на самом деле. Ну ладно.
Нет, ну сделай красиво. 2 раза вниз, 2 раза вправо. Ну там или 3 раза вниз, короче.
Ну я понял, типа просто тут отнивелировать.
Да, ну и все, и вот так каждую карту.
Ну ладно, завтра займусь. Изменения, да. Где тут админская весть? Ну ладно, спасибо. Бен там что-то вообще прям помогает.
Ну что, ты справишься?
Да. Хотя бы подставлять. Paint это не мой друг вообще ни разу. Ни Paint, ни Excel. Слушай, а сегодня что, разве не выходной должен быть у народа вообще?
С чего вдруг?
Ну, типа то, что Пасха выпала на праздник.
Да нет, Пасха не красный день календаря. Что ты сейчас будешь делать?
Да вот сейчас картишки досматриваю. Ну, как бы я просто не могу на стримах вытащить, потому что забанят. Я только сижу, слушаю. Картишки.
Блин.
А что ты хотел?
Я через полчасика, может, поиграл бы во что-нибудь. Там, либо в Ходс, либо в Пупк.
Можно, можно. Что ты пойдешь пока похаваешь?
Да не, я уж поел. Сейчас тут дела свои сделаю.
Ага.
Да, в принципе, буду готов.
У них, наверное, уже концовочка идет, потому что они уже почти все классы показали. Они сыграли 4 матча, походу, и уже 8 классов показали. Блять, вчера где-то в 4 лег, наверное. В 9 проснулся. Я еще просто вообще вырубает.
Я видел, ты там вечером этот варик, да, стримил?
Доту я себе играл.
А, ну Дота, да.
Жесть. Так. А потом вот эту из нее нужно будет сделать для участника из этой формы.
Блин, в принципе, она может быть и участниковской. То есть, ну, они заполняют, участники заполняют просто свое поле, а потом могут сами себя проверить, там, как, ну, введя правильные ответы, которые ты продиктуешь.
Ну, кстати, вариант. Просто видишь, типа, блин, время до 12 надо хотя бы завтра сделать, завтра отдать, и чтобы хотя бы было хотя бы одно число полное, 11 на...
Ну, а ты до какого будешь
до
принимать?
12.
12 это что? Четверг. Ну, по 12 включительно, то есть 12, если вечером я тебе пришлю. Примешь?
Ну, типа 12, ну, у тебя примешь, ну, как бы 12 уже просто все играть будут картами новыми.
Ну, я не буду.
Ну.
Я говорю, у меня завтра футбол, ну, в теории я могу завтра, просто у меня футбол с 10 до 11, я приду тоже заебанный, и мне будет впадло. 11 я буду у Жени, ну, вот 12 я приеду после работы и там пошукаю. Да, блин, как я в прошлый раз делал, я просто чисто на свое усмотрение, я же не смотрю ни обзоры, ни
тебе в прошлый
стримы.
раз сколько времени понадобилось? Там
Минут
там
15.
времени-то надо.
Ну, блин, это все равно надо морально собраться там.
Ну ладно, мы подключим читы.
Тем более...
12.
О, привилегии.
Потом, конечно, оспаривать тут будут всякие. Блять, какие-то карты 4, 9 за 7. Каждый... Когда дружественный миньон хилится, призывает 3-3 от хуя. Блять, ничего себе. 4-9 за 7 какой-то имбалансный. Там уже таких пару лютых картишек есть, типа легендарка за 5 маны 5-5, которая делает из всех твоих единичек в руке и колоде легендарки.
Что делает? Подарки? А.
То есть ты вначале там выпускаешь всю агру, на 5-й ход ставишь его, и потом легендарки стоишь.
Нормально.
Бля, еще, наверное, спать пойду.
Разумно.
Не пупка. Надо еще игру сыграть. Делик выполнить и спать, наверное. Я надеюсь, они на сайте выложат завтра уже эти карты.
Ну, наверное, в принципе, они достаточно оперативно укладывают.
Hooray! Wait, can we get that again? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Press the button every time we do something good.
But once you, they have to commit a significant board to get through tank.
Or Warpath now, yeah.
Warpath, right? Exactly. So it's pretty satisfying to play.
Так, ладно, вырубаю стримец.